Hi, so I'm going to do something a little bit different with the channel going forward. I've been asked a couple of times if I wanted to do product reviews, and it's not something I'd ever really considered. But now, seeing as that we're all stuck in lockdown again, and we're all a bit bored, I thought I'd just give it a go, really. So I'm going to talk today about my new setup, which is the USD Aeon Basic 60mm. And let's see how it goes. So I've had a couple of pairs of Aeons in the past. I had the original black 60mm version, which I really enjoyed. I had those with the rain liners in them. I also had the Billy O'Neill 20-year anniversary skates as well, which were also really good. I sort of chopped and changed between those and thems in the past couple of years since getting back into blading. They've both been great skates, really, and I have just recently been riding the Dem 909 with this anti-rocker setup. 50/50 frames and the Moonshine anti-rockers. That's been a really good boot. I've really enjoyed these. I've been skating them for the past 7 or 8 months now. Went from 908s to 909s, considerably better skate in terms of just the support in the cuff. Had no issues. I've known some people online have had issues with the cuff bolts coming loose. Never been a problem for myself personally. This shell fits me perfect. This is the large shell. I've always ridden large Dem skates. Never had any issues with them, really. Some people complain about the sole plate being quite small, but to me, you know, it makes you lock into your grinds better. You get a better comfort on them. But I thought it was time for a change a bit, so that's why I went to the Aeon. And that's my new setup for 2021. Took out the stock liners that came with them, sold those straight away. Nothing wrong with the liner, they felt absolutely fine. But I had previously, a couple of months ago, invested in Intuition liners. These have been fantastic so far, and I can see why people enjoy them so much. I had a lot of recommendations for them. I went through my fit liners. I've had the Fat Boy and Skinny Boy, and they worked okay, but I had a few issues in terms of over some time around this section, especially on my fit liners, I'd just burned through it completely, and it was just exposing a lot of material inside the liner. Just looked really scruffy, started losing a lot of support. So I thought, I'm going to invest in Intuition liners, and so far I've had several sessions on these and they've held up really well. Super supportive, and they feel great in this shell. They felt great in the 909s, but they also feel really good in these. So I'm riding the large Intuition liner in the UK 1011 Aeon shell. Works great so far. Like I say, I've only had a couple of sessions on them so far, but really enjoying how they're going. So just a quick overview of the Basic. You've probably seen it elsewhere online, but if you haven't, so it's a flat 60mm setup, although they do say that on the wheels they are 61mm, which is a bit weird. It's the newer sort of spoke design. Don't know if you can see that properly. So flat setup, great speed, massive H block, so it's at least a 4-finger split on there. Never had any issues in previous Aeons. I've had a couple of sessions on these now, not hung up once on them. Fantastic for grinding, give you a lot of speed and confidence for your grinds. I have seen some people ride Aeon's anti-rocker, very confused by that, because this is what it's designed for, flat setup and for grinding. So I'm not sure why you'd ride anti-rocker on them. It's not something I'd ever consider doing, really. As you know, the Aeon comes with these massive sole plates, so big positive side, big negative. Super nice, slide well. Again, I've heard people in the past say that Aeons slide really slowly, and you can get the new Slicks plates to go on them, but to me, I've never had any issues with them. It's just a case of skating a bit faster, maybe just putting a bit more wax on whatever you're trying to grind. What I was sort of surprised by when I opened the box to these was that they actually came with the newer style cuff. So it's cut further down at the back. Some people say it looks like Frankenstein's head. I think it personally looks really nice. It wasn't listed online as coming with the newer cuff. It had the older picture on Loco's website, so I was quite surprised. I thought at first I'd got a one-off, but I have seen recently other people getting these over Christmas, and they've received them with the newer cuff on them. So I believe it is rockerable, the cuff bolt here. So far, they're really good. Feel great on top sides. Skated last night on the little P rail in the underground car park in Halifax, and they felt great straight away on top sides. Didn't have any problems, no digging into the ankle. I hear a lot of complaints about that. My only main issue is, or main sort of gripe, it's not a massive one, is that when you do tighten the cuff up, you get this little flappy bit at the back, and it's not ideal, but you know, I would have preferred it to recess into the cuff around the back, but that's obviously the design they've gone for. I did find the first time that I skated them, because I was so used to the 909 cuff, which goes in, that I was catching a few times with my trials leg, or when I was doing crossovers, it was like clipping on them. It's quite off-putting. Threw me off a few times, and I was just a bit concerned about maybe if you have a bad fall, it could just snap that, it could cause any pressure on there. But I've read online, you know, it's possible I might just cut this down if it starts getting really annoying. It's not something that's massively concerning at the moment, but like I say, I just want to sort of protect that as much as possible, and if it is going to keep annoying me, it's going to come off very soon. I haven't got the other skate with me at the moment, it's in the other room, but I have slightly bent out this lace holder here that they've used to replace the 45-degree strap. Nothing major, bent it back into place straight away. It's a bit of a weird design. I've never had any issues with the previous 45-degree straps that you could get on Aeons. It's never really been a problem. A lot of people say they rattle, but to me, this works just as well. Locks your ankle into the boot. Apart from that, I'm really enjoying them, so we'll see how they go. I think they look great. That sort of stealthy black colour. I'm not usually one for a lot of colours in the skates, although, again, with the grey in the grey Stefan Brando frames, thought they looked really nice as well. I am going to keep this set up because I do enjoy the 909 boot, so if I ever just fancy a solely anti-rocker session, I will skate these, but for now, these are my boots of choice for this season, for this year. What else to say, really? So I hope you enjoyed the video. It's just a quick one. If you've got any questions, just let me know. If you're considering getting these skates, if you're returning to blading, or if you just fancy a change, you never skated Aeons before, you want a flat setup, no problems here. With grinds, you should find it really easy to get back into your grinds on them. You've got a big sole plate for your confidence, so you'll lock on nicely, no effort at all. So yeah, so if you enjoyed the video, or if you've got any questions, just drop me a comment. But I'm hoping to do these more often when I get more sessions outdoors, because the weather's been so poor recently. I've not had a session outdoors on these yet properly at local parks that you'll have seen online. So I'm really excited to try these out again in an outdoor sort of setting, not on a P-rail, but maybe on some ledges, see how they go, see if they're as I remember them being. Then we'll do a follow-up review after that. But if you've got any questions or comments or improvements, it is my first time doing this, so it is a bit daunting. Just let me know. Cheers.